As the wrestling world talks about LA Knight being a manager in a dark match on SmackDown, SmackDown though did deliver a quality show. This is things you might have missed, and before we get started, make sure you've hit the like button. And if you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button too. So yes, LA Knight was a manager for Mace, the former Retribution's Mace, in a dark match tonight on SmackDown. Now, it's often been said LA Knight has one of the best voices in pro wrestling, and I agree with that. His promos are great, so putting him in a managerial role isn't a major shock to me. Yes, he's a good wrestler, and that's what we're forgetting here. A lot of fans forgetting that being in a managerial role means he can still get physical, he can still wrestle, and apparently this isn't the end of it. He's going to have more people, as he created the Knight model management, first client being Mace. So obviously a drastic turning character for Mace, but what could it do for other people? LA Knight could be ready to make his main roster debut soon. We had Grasshoppers start off SmackDown tonight, as Riddle has replaced the birds with freaking grasshoppers. What? That is the most random thing. I've got no idea why, but honestly, I love it. As the confrontation between RK Bro and the Usos kicked off SmackDown, we all knew it was going to happen, and it is. We had the breaking news at Wrestlemania Backlash. Winners take all. The tag team unification match is happening. RK Bro and the Usos, I'm all for this, but are you? Let me know if you're up for the tag team titles being unified in the comment section down below. Riddle picked up the big win in the main event tonight as well, beating Jimmy Uso with genuinely one of the best RKOs I can remember. Great RKO, so great I had to get it in blur. Now, Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley reunited this week. Great to see Rhea Ripley back, of course. We are going to get the tag team title match on Raw, but notice again on SmackDown, there was purple lights behind them. Is Rhea going to turn? Is Liv going to turn? Is this going to be a swerve? Rhea and Naomi, though, let's be honest, they delivered a great match. Really, really solid, good match between the two as you watch that big pinfall from Rhea Ripley defeating Naomi this week. And of course, Sasha Banks looking at her title, knowing Monday it could all be lost. Now, we're all expecting Rhea to turn on Liv, but Liv could turn on Rhea. Anything could happen here. We are expecting one of them to join Edge's faction. Who do you want that to be? Let me know. Summerslam tickets go on sale next Friday, and look at the poster that WWE are using to advertise it. Becky Lynch above Seth Rollins. I like that. Of course, you've got Brock Lesnar giving an F5 to Kevin Owens. You got the guitar strings as WWE ring ropes. Really like the details on this. It looks really, really cool. Really hyped. Love the fact tonight Pat McAfee bigged up SummerSlam, talking about last year with Becky, with Brock returning. Could make it a very big show. Talking of other people, Pat McAfee bigged up tonight. Of course, Drew Gulak was trying out as a WWE announcer and interviewer. He interviewed Madcap Moss, and then even got the chance to interview the women's champion, Charlotte Flair. Really cool. I love this, by the way. Drew Gulak getting the reaction of the audience exactly like he wanted. The baby face getting the heel booed, getting people to chant, "You tapped out." Although I gotta say, this woman's really gonna regret tapping her head like that on live TV. That's gonna be a gif everywhere, isn't it? But it didn't take long for Charlotte to attack Drew Gulak, putting him in the figure eight. Book the match for next week, Vince. Drew Gulak versus Charlotte Flair confirmed. Do it. Why not? Honestly, I'd keep this going. I would keep this going until Drew Gulak finally has enough. Someone like a Sami Zayn tries to take it a little bit too far, and Drew Gulak fights back. Perfect way to do it. Perfect way to get Drew Gulak back in the ring. Oh, you wasn't expecting that, was you? But of course, Alexa Bliss has a new Bleacher Creature in her Wrestlemania gear available on WWE Shop. And we did put a video out yesterday with some information regarding the return of Alexa Bliss to WWE Raw. Very interesting stuff being talked about, so if you haven't already, make sure you go and check out that video. And we got a special kiss cam this week, but I don't think there's many cute people queuing up for this one, Madcap Moss. But question, who the hell is that? That is not the normal person that lost Lothario's kiss. Who are you? I honestly, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But you know what that means? This is old school.
The are you?
But on the left here is former Ring of Honor Women's Champion Roxy, now known as Roxanne in WWE, making her debut tonight on NXT Level Up on the WWE Network and Peacock. She's genuinely a great wrestler, so if you want to go and check it out, make sure you go and do that. Now, of course, Butch last week lost his temper, and they were talking about it backstage before they lost Butch. Oh, they should do this as a weekly segment. Where's Butch? Like, just have Sheamus and Ridge going around because they lost him. And then, of course, we found New Day was signing autographs backstage before Butch just jumped out of nowhere. Again, I like this. I'm sorry, some people will moan. I really like this character. It's basically Scrappy Do It. Someone who doesn't care. Someone who just wants to fight. And he does. And he doesn't care. Look at the war wounds on the face of Butch. I really think they've got something big here. Talking of big, Brock Lesnar's merch is available. And look at that new Cowboy Brock hat. Oh, WWE know what we all want, don't they? You can also get his blended spice for your meat. That's cool. They've also got new chalk line jackets of Brock Lesnar and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. I love that Roman one. It looks really cool. Now, Twitter had a diverse opinion on this because some people loved it, some people hated it. Lacey Evans' promo this week, I've got to say, I really loved it. The emotion was real. It's genuine. It makes you as a fan feel something. Yes, the content material is very controversial, but that's what sparks that reaction. And I'm telling you now, if you're someone watching WWE who's gone through something similar, they've just given you someone to look up to, and that's brilliant. And it's something that wrestling can do so well. I'm really hyped for Lacey Evans' return. Unlike Natalya and, of course, Shayna Baszler, who were backstage moaning about the women's roster on SmackDown. Of course, they had clothes everywhere. Now, bear in mind, Natalya was on SmackDown. She was on NXT this week. There was reports that she had been moved to NXT permanently. Okay, just proves that someone doesn't know what they're talking about, doesn't it? Because she come face to face with Raquel Gonzalez. Could this be... Raquel Rodriguez now. Could this be Raquel's first main roster feud? If not Natalya, maybe Shayna Baszler? Like, that's a big match. Raquel versus Shayna would be pretty cool. And I also love the presentation of Gunther again this week. Of course, with Ludwig Kaiser just stood slightly behind him. Literally showing you moments from NXT UK, NXT, WWE's past. Showing you that he is the ring general. That he is this guy who's like standing up for the old school wrestling. I really like that. Honestly, again, I think they've got something big here. Now, as Sami Zayn proved he was a man of the people and wanted to spend time with them again this week on SmackDown, he did run away. We found out next week will be a lumberjack match between Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn. This one could be interesting, so I'm all for it. Overall tonight, I think SmackDown was great. I think it was a solid 8 out of 10. Very entertaining show. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Turn on those notifications. You'll never miss an upload. Like the video. And I will, as always, see you next time.